Hey, what's up guys? Imran here, Monster Gadgets. I hope you're all having a wonderful day wherever you might be. Thank you so much for joining me. And yesterday, Apple released their iPhone 15 lineup. And while I did get mine yesterday through UPS late in the evening, thank you UPS, but nonetheless, I'm grateful for you bringing my product. I have my hands on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, iPhone 15 Plus, as well as the Apple Watch Ultra 2. So in this video, what we're going to do is we're not going to do a typical unbox setup type of video. We're going to go ahead and unbox both the Apple Watch Ultra 2 as well as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, but we're also going to go ahead and take a look at a few different accessories that will go well with your new products. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Alright guys, welcome back. So as I mentioned, I've got the 15 Pro Max, the 15 Plus, and the Apple Watch Ultra 2. The 15 Plus we're not gonna set up or unbox right now just because it's my wife's and I gotta do some account management for her before I actually open this up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this aside, but we are gonna go ahead and unbox the 15 Pro Max as well as the Apple Watch Ultra 2. Again, we're not going to go through the setup process, so if you're looking for that, this is not the video for you, but everything else is timestamped in the bottom, so if you want to move forward to one part of the video, you certainly can. Or if you want to have the best experience ever and watch the entire video and give me a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, stay tuned. Let's go ahead and start with the iPhone Pro Max. So as you can see here, I've got the black titanium 512 gigabyte. That is the one that I went with just because I previously had my iPhone 14 Pro Max and I had the 256 version and I've got I think 20 some gigs left on it, so I don't even know how I used up that much space. So I decided to go ahead and go with the 512. So let me go ahead and open this up. And by now, I think we're all used to of what to expect out of the box. You've got the phone and a cable along with, you know, the usual manual. But of course, the biggest thing that I've been looking forward to in this is the actual USB Type-C connection. So yes, they do give you, if I can zoom, well, you guys all know what USB-C looks like. I don't even know if I can get this to work. There it is, bam, USB Type-C on that, and of course that goes onto the bottom of the phone. So let's go ahead and open this up. Oh, that is always satisfying. So we are welcomed with a nice hello. The next thing you'll notice is you've got a shortcut button here instead of just a silent option you had previously, which is going to be nice. Obviously, that will require some programming, and pretty much everything else looks the same. Now, holding this, I can tell you I can't notice a whole lot of difference. Apple claims that it's lighter. I'm used to of carrying this bulky thing with my Apple Wallet attached to it, so for me, between the two with the case on and the wallet, yes, it feels lighter. But let me do this. Let me go ahead and take my old one out of the case so I can go ahead and show you what that looks like. All right, looking at it in hand, obviously this one being the new one, this one being the older one. From a weight standpoint, I honestly can't tell much of a difference in the weight. These are, obviously the new one is titanium, the older one is not, but you be the judge. I'm not sure how much of a difference you can tell. One thing I do notice off the bat is the bezels on the older one, they're a little bit more flashy. All right, if you look at the bezel on this, as you can see, this is the older one. It's definitely flashy compared to the new one. Let me do it this way. They are a little bit more matte. Now, as you can see, I've already touched this, and this is already leaving a bit of a fingerprint, which brings me to my next point. Obviously, we're gonna go ahead and look at the cases, but let's just quickly take a look at the camera bezels and see if there's any difference whatsoever between the two. And I actually don't notice much at all. This is a 15 Pro Max. This is the older one. This is a 14 Pro Max. Not much difference at all, but I'll give you a closer look at this one. Now that I've held it a couple different times, you know what? I'm gonna retract my statement to say that it doesn't feel lighter. When I'm holding it like this, for some reason it does. Very, very, very slightly. All right, now that we've got this unboxed, again, I'm not gonna set it up, but I do wanna show you some cases that you can use to protect your new iPhone. So my previous case, and actually for the last, I would say 3 iPhone variants, I have actually used this brand called Casekoo. And as you can see, this is coming off my 14 Pro Max. And while it has some scratches and things like that, this is again the older one. It's held up really well, and I've never had any issues with this case at all, or my phone being damaged in any shape or form. So it's still in great condition, as you guys just saw. It's got a kickstand, so if you are looking for one for your 14, go check out their website. Link is going to be in the description below, so you guys can go check that out. But they were nice enough to go ahead and send me new cases for the 15. So I'm going to go ahead and move my 15 aside here, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at these cases. So here's case number 1. And this is the same exact setup. They always give you some stickers along with it. And a quick breakdown of how you can use their stand, or their case, I'm sorry. So this is going to be with the black bumpers and the black magnetic strip. Same exact design as a 14, as I just showed you that I have been using. But one thing you'll notice, a lot of the aftermarket ones that are out in the market, they tend to turn yellow and such. But with Casekoo, that is not the case. As you can see, this has been beat up pretty well. It's held up really well, but it has not changed color. So I have absolutely no doubt that this will be the same exact setup. So let's go ahead and put this through. Since I do have the black one and this is black, I think this is gonna look really nice. So let me show you what that is like. So you've got the clear back, and you've got the black bumpers. So now it's really just hiding the phone really well. And yeah, that looks really nice. Let me go ahead and take this one off, and I'll put it aside and see what we have in the other 2. So that is case number 1. Case number 2 is going to be the blue one. Same exact case. I'm not going to put it on, but now you've got the blue one. Last but not least, the other color is going to be, oh wow, this is going to be a bright one. More like a lime green. It is. So I guess depending on what outfit I have or what I want to match, or maybe if you want to just pick up one color, you can go on their website, check it out. But you can see I've got the blue, the black, and what I would consider to be lime green. And so I'm certainly going to use probably these 2. This one here is a bit bright for me, but who knows, maybe I'll try it out for a change. I don't know. But these are the 3 cases. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I will keep you updated on how they are holding up. But again, I have absolutely no doubt that they will be good for a few years, as I've used my other ones in the past. Moving on, let's go ahead and take a look at the Apple Watch Ultra 2. So I went with the 49mm titanium orange ocean band. I'll show you what that's like. Right there on the box. Let's go ahead and open this up. Let's see, we've got the different band and the colors, the functionality and the buttons, and yeah, pretty much the same stuff as before. So let me go ahead and put this aside. Now, for those of you, as a quick note before I open this, if you currently have an Ultra 1, do you need to go to an Ultra 2? Probably not. These actually look identical, like actual physically, they look the same. There's a few improvements internally as far as the processor, certain features, like for example, if you lose your phone, you can actually use this instead of just making it beep. You can use it to where it'll walk you through, you know, how close you're getting, how far you are from your phone, things like that. So it's got a couple of upgrades internally, but if you already have the Ultra 1, I personally would not spend the $800 to upgrade it. I'm doing it because I want to show you guys and I just want the new tech. So anyways, let's go ahead and open this up. Here's the watch itself and a little charge cable with it. Let me go ahead and take this out. I don't believe any changes have been made on the charge cable to make it charge faster or anything like that. One feature I did forget to mention that's going to be a bit different on the new one, the second version versus the first version, is the display. It is a bit brighter compared to the older one, especially if you're outdoors. But quite honestly, I've used my watch outdoors all the time. I've never had an issue with it being like dull or not bright enough or anything like that. So, but if you do want to go with the higher nits, then you can certainly upgrade and have the brightest watch yet on, actually brightest display on anything Apple, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's take this out. All right, so the way you want to do this, let's see. Put the band on. This kind of opens up like this. You put that in and then kind of lock it in. Let me go ahead and open this up. Let me also go ahead and take off my watch currently, just so that I can show you. Here's the older one. Here's the new one. Looks, again, absolutely identical. No difference at all on either side between the two. All right, I'm gonna put that one down and I'm gonna go ahead and put these bands in and get an idea of where I want this. Once I have a size, I will just basically put this through just like that and lock it into place. And that way I can go ahead and put the loop through. And it is secured. So you can obviously move this based on how you want to have it set up, but I might need to play around with this because I don't want to have this flopping around, so I'll probably move this towards the end. That way it's towards the end and it's coming down like this and keeping this secure. All right, so since we're on the watch, I'm gonna keep this on, I'm not gonna program it. One other accessory that we're gonna go ahead and unbox is this portable iWatch charger. This has a capacity of 1500 milliamp and it's 3.3 watts, USB Type-C, of course. So let's go ahead and open this up. Let me move this aside. Now this will work with series 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, as well as the Ultra. So here's what it looks like. This is so it's literally that small. This is probably the size of a wallet, Apple Wallet, actually even smaller than Apple Wallet. So super tiny, and it has storage of 1500 milliamp. Has a belt or has a clip right here, so you can go and clip it onto somewhere in your backpack, somewhere where it's handy, and your watch literally sits on top like that. And I think you press a button to power it on. I don't know if there's any. All right, so it does not come charged out of the box, but you guys can go ahead and take a look at it and see what you think. To me, the plastic material, the leather loop here, and the clip, they all seem pretty sturdy. You've got a USB Type-C connection on the side to go ahead and charge it, blank back, and then of course the charger right there. That's where your watch would sit. So if you were going to put it in, it would basically hold on like that. So it does have a small magnet to it, similar to the original Apple cable charger, but this would be great. Since we all know Apple Watches don't last as long as the Samsung watches do, so if you have this and you want to use this on the go, this would be a great accessory to have handy in your backpack while you're traveling, or just to have it in your gym bag maybe, because there's been a number of times where I've gone to the gym myself and my watch is running on like 5% or whatever, something less like that, and it actually has died a number of times at the gym. So if you're like me, you forget to charge it, or you travel a lot, this might be a pretty cool accessory to have. Again, the item link will be in the description below, so you guys can go check that out. All right, hopefully you found this video to be helpful. If you did, make sure to give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.